Hello everyone, my name's EmeraldSpencer, and guess what? I broke another promise. I should really stop making these. And that's the end of it. I'm not going to go on another pity parade. You know what? I'm not going to promise. I'm just going to say I intend to upload every day next week, and we'll see what happens. But you guys aren't here for more explanation that I said I wasn't going to give. I instead intend to review these. The Splatoon 2 Splat and Chat headset. Or I guess it's this, not these. So, there are more qualified reviewers out there, especially because I didn't even bother untwisting the twist tie here, and I haven't even tested the microphone. But I will sum up my opinion in about a sentence, or a couple of phrases. They're cheap headphones. They feel like cheap headphones, they sound like cheap headphones. The microphone detaches, the ear cups can swap out for red ones, which are currently out of reach for me, but I don't intend on using the red ones, like, ever, cause, hello, black and green is kinda my thing. So, yeah, super cheap. Also, this does not go on top of your head. These go, they go around your ears, and they kind of sit on your ears, except the thing is, if I want them covering my ears fully, they don't do that. But to be in a comfortable position to actually hold them there, they aren't covering your ears, and they sound extremely cheap anyway, so what's the point? I have a pair of $20 Bluetooth headphones that did better. Or actually do better, because those are the ones you see that I wear in every video. Except these also have the headphone thing, so I just plug in a wire, I'm good to go, don't have to worry about Bluetooth while making videos. So you may be asking me, if they're cheap headphones, if you know reviewers who say they're cheap headphones, why'd you buy them anyway? Glad you asked. Well, first off, Toys R Us is having their big go-out-of-business sale. I've had my eyes on those for a while, for reason number 2. Which is, I hit my mic, don't worry about that, this little thing right here. This is the Splatoon 2 Splat and Chat adapter, and out of the top of it is the 8.5 foot headphone extension cable that came with it. Now, infuriating thing about this thing, it doesn't accept just any headphone cable. I had to use the 8.5 foot extender right here because it was the only thing I had that would fit. The headphone jack is actually recessed, so it doesn't sit flush on the top. There's actually a little bit of a hole right there that it has to go into. I know why they did this. It's infuriating, but I know why they did it. They want to force you to use the headphones. But thankfully, the connector for the headphone extension cable is the same size, so I just used that. And as for these two things on the bottom here, one side it goes out to your Switch, the other side goes to your phone. However, as you can see by the way I have it positioned here, that's not what I'm using it for. So the top part is actually going to my stereo, which outputs to the speakers, and does stuff that really I didn't need to say in the video, so I'm adding this in post to let you know that I cut it out. So sorry for the weird transition. This is currently headed to my TV here, which is heading to my computer, which allows all that to happen. And this end right here, coming from right here, I currently don't have it hooked up to anything. So, what will I be doing with it? Well, I have another TV over here, which is part of what will be a video on its own, but I also have a 50-foot headphone extension cable, which is currently tucked under the trim in my room. I haven't gotten to completely fishing that out yet. But what I'm going to do is link that TV up over here, and that's why this thing works. The two inputs aren't just two inputs. They each have their own volume knob. And I've heard people say that the volume can be quieter when you have those plugged in. When I did this test first with my headphones and first with the headphones themselves and using my phone and my old phone to play music and my 3DS also to play music, and I tested the balance between them. I personally didn't find any volume issues. Sounded the same with the headphones directly plugged to the device or going through that. However, once I've had them hooked up here, I also have, this will just be a pass, oh wait, it's plugged in over there. I got a cheap little $5 Bluetooth adapter thing from my local Five Below, and works like a charm. I'm not really going to review it, there's no point. It's just you plug one end into a headphone jack, and you hook it up with a Bluetooth device, and voila, you have Bluetooth on a non-Bluetooth headphone set. Woo! But I did that, and that's when I saw there was a tiny little issue. So I started with both volumes maxed. However, whenever I turned this one down, this side got louder, and when I turned this all the way down, it instantly jumped up my computer to max volume. And then when I turned both of them down, then they were both muted. So, I don't know about the wiring job they've got going on in there, but it doesn't seem like it's the most stable thing. You know what? It works. I got it. It works. It does its job. I'm happy with that. And this looks really cool in my background. Now, if I could ever play some Splatoon 2, I'll have a reason to have them there. But for now, they're just kind of a decorative piece. As for their implementation with it, they're officially a Nintendo license, so Nintendo obviously had this cool idea. I'm not going to go into the app, because I personally don't use it. There's not really a point to. I don't have Splatoon 2. I don't use the app. I got these to be an equalizer for my TV and my other TV. Or rather, my computer TV and my other TV, whose purpose is to remain unknown at the moment. And it does its job. That's all I can really say about it. It does its job. It's got a switch for a microphone input there. I don't use it for that. Neither of the TVs support microphone input and or output. No purpose. The top not being flush, kinda not my favorite thing in the world, but they did it, and at least there was a solution to it. Sure, it means I have to have an extra, 15 feet of wiring that just gets coiled up, but Oh yeah, and the way I'm keeping it up like this, there are 2 balls of sticky tack on the little headphone clip behind there that are holding it in place. So it stays there. I actually used to have them on my USB hub, whose light you can see glowing right here. But, you guys remember Wednesday when I told you my cat knocked over everything? That was one of the casualties of it, and I decided, no, not having that. So, I moved it. So, yeah, I think that about does it. Oh, and actually, my intention was I was going to have it be able to be blown up and do some fancy editing tricks, and the whole reason there wasn't any video game uploads this week was because I was going to try to do some fancy thing where I could have the video recording on one window of OBS and my face cam recording on the other window of OBS. Except when I was trying to set up for this video, I learned I can't do 2 instances of OBS recording at the same time without completely crashing my computer. And I tried recording one on the NVIDIA chip. It didn't want to work. Turns out my stalling for a week has been a gigantic waste of time. And next week's videos will just pretty much be more of the same. No, not more of the same, more of stalling. They're going to be the same style unless I can come up with something different. Who knows? Maybe it just didn't cooperate because I wasn't actually playing a game running on the NVIDIA chip. I'll try. And this is the part where I voice over the editing software because I have to tell you guys, this is the only video going up today. Although I wanted to get 2 other videos up, here's how it went. My first plan, video I had recorded, was I had recorded myself modifying my GameCube cosmetically. But I recorded that on my phone, and I didn't want to import into Lightworks properly. Thankfully, this is a common issue with Lightworks, it seems, and there are programs to get around it, so when I have the time, I will fix that. I'll get the footage, I will make the video. I just can't do it right now because I have to wake up in the morning for work tomorrow. The second video I want to do was the Switch's standard 2 Joy-Con grip. I was going to turn that into a simple square one instead of with those little handles that hurt my hands. I instantly stripped the first screw, so I had to scrap that. And my third one was just me talking about my Switch, but that straight up didn't record even though I watched the recording timer going. So, basically what I'm trying to say is all my videos got ruined except for this one, and I don't really have the time to make anything else. Thankfully, I can get that GameCube one out eventually, and the Switch one, not much was lost, because all I did was describe what I've done to my Switch, and when you guys see it, it might be really cool. But for now, I've got nothing. This is all there is. So, if I can get that other one done, there might be a video tomorrow. Who knows? So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment if you're so inclined, ring the notification bell, it keeps you up to date with all my future videos, and I will see all of you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.